Hey, this is Dale from DaleDiley.com and the creator of the Soul Writers Academy, where entrepreneurs, business owners, coaches, consultants and speakers come to plan, pen, publish, promote and productise their non-fiction books. Today I'm looking at my own business and I use the business model canvas to plan, and I reuse it every quarter when I come back and say, well, how did I do and what else do I need to look at? But I was looking at it this morning and I thought, what a great idea to use this layout, this model, to help us structure what we want to do with our books. So those of you that are familiar with the business model canvas will know that we have key partners, activities, value propositions, customer relationships, customer segments, key resources, channels, cost structure and revenue streams. Now, what is lovely is about each of these particular, these segments in this model, is that each one of them drives ideas for another box. So they all work together. So in customer segments, I've looked at it and said, well, this makes sense for me in terms of who is my ideal reader. And when I'm looking at value propositions, I'm thinking about my core message, my reader outcomes, the process that I'm going to take them through, and the questions that I'm going to answer. In key activities, I'm looking at the plan, the pen, the publish, the promote, and the productise. So it's lovely because we can look at each segment separately and then we can look at how they all work together. So it is a dynamic system. So if you change one thing, it will alter something else. And again, a great idea is to just focus on one box and test. So if you looked at the resources box and you said, well, what else could I do with these resources? So you've got a book, for example. Well, what else could you do? You could create an online course, a retreat, a workshop, some speaking assets, customer segments. What else could you offer them? Who else might want to read your book or buy your book? So there's other ways that when we look at this model, it can generate ideas in other areas of your business around your book. When you're looking at the model, look at what other authors do. So they'll have patterns. When you look at your particular business, you will see patterns and formulas about the way that people work. So for example, do other authors have an ebook for lead generation? Are they blogging so that they can test the market and raise their profile? Are they blogging so that they can blog their book? The book, when they're writing a book, it's about clarity and credibility. What about courses and membership systems and subscription-based systems? They're about generating income and generating repeated income. And then look at each of your segments and apply the what, the why, the how and the what if. So if we took our ideal reader, what will the reader get from reading this book? Why will they read this book? How will they use the book? How will they make changes? How are you going to get them to question things or perhaps do various activities? And then apply the what if. What if you didn't write the book, and what if you did write the book? So my invitation is to come and look at this model around planning your book and just use it in the way that I've suggested it here. So for example, we've talked about value propositions, core message, reader outcome, the process, the questions, customer segments, ideal reader, key activities, plan, pen, publish, promote, productise, Your channels, think about your marketing plan, blog, ebooks, social media, speaking, YouTube, podcasts. What goes into that sales funnel that will funnel you into different channels to reach your ideal reader, to get, to enable them to see the value that you bring. So in terms of looking at the model, I would invite you to start with the ideal reader and your value proposition and see where that takes you. So if you like the sound of this and you're inspired to start writing a book or productise a current book that you have, then please do ping me a message. If you're not quite ready, then I do have a 7-day Plan Your Book challenge over on Teachable, and this will help you to get some clarity around your book. I very much look forward to connecting with you, and I do wish you a very wonderful day.